Yeah, so those might be my favorites.
Cool.
What about you guys? Certain favorite that sticks out for sure?
And I'm still loving her latest. I don't know if you got to see a photo of that, but she just found this Mason. What did that turn out to be? That Mason token thing you found?
Yeah. It's called Made. It says Made a Mason, and then it would say Made a Mason in, and then there would be a hand or scratched in the name of the lodge, and then the lodge number, and it would have their enter date, their pass date, and their raise date. But this looks like it's either worn off. It doesn't actually look like it's got any writing on it, which is sad. I was really hoping to get a year off it because there's a lot of different examples of these type of tokens. This one actually has a jeweler. It says cross, something cross, jeweler in Indianapolis, which is strange because I got it in New Hampshire. So looking at the newer patterns, the eye changed on the top at about, it looked like 1940. It went to like a different symbol or a different type of eye. So it's pre-1940. And that's all I got.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, what type of metal is it made out of? Do you know?
It's cleaning up like silver, but I did the silver test where, you put it in tinfoil and you spit on it. And then you close it and you open it back up to see if it smells like rotten egg, and it didn't. So I don't think it's silver. So
you gotta buy the acid off.
Did I what?
Go on Amazon and buy the acid.
No, I've got that. I've got that too. But I'm such a I'm a klutz, and when it comes to working with the different acids, the gold test and silver test, it freaks me out a little bit. Same with like the cleaning acids and whatnot. So the quickest and easiest way for me to go, is this silver? It's gross, but you put it in tinfoil, you spit on it, close it. And if it smells like...
Never heard that one.
Oh my gosh, try it. Yeah, it's so easy.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to smell that, but...
It also melts ice faster, so there's another test.
Interesting.
I'll have to try that too.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, after she cleaned it up, it looks like silver to me. But before, I would have guessed it was some other alloy. But does it have a little weight to it?
It does. It's hefty. It's hefty. Yeah, it feels like a walker that I had found. Like I was playing around with it with the next to the walker, but it doesn't have the ting that silver usually sounds like, so it's probably a mixed alloy of some sort. No, all right. You do not have to eat a hard-boiled egg before. I promise you. You take a little silver ring or a little teeny tiny piece of silver and you put it in some tinfoil and do that, and it doesn't like overpower stink, but right when you open it, you can smell it, and then the smell's gone. And it's silver. So I promise it works.
I don't know about that.
It does work. Now, you said, Adam, that you found a ring. Did you say Marine ring or Navy?
Yeah, it's a World War II, I believe, Marine Corps ring. It's got a red, probably paste, and it's gold filled. Just a good memory attached to it for finding that with some buddies in the woods.
Nice.
And
and you said you're trying to get a World War tag back to property, back to descendants.
So that was one of the first items I found was a World War I dog tag, and I've held on to it for a while because I don't even know the first thing about doing genealogy. And it's just kind of been on the back burner, I guess. And after speaking with DK recently, we talked about trying to find the owner, or not the owner, but somebody related to whoever owned that. And he was on top of it and found the guy right away. I messaged him recently, so I'm just waiting on a reply back. So hopefully that happens soon, and we can mail it out and get it back to him, because I believe he lives in Alabama. So it's not close enough driving distance to where we'll be.
Now, have you
Very cool.
Have you had any items that you have been able to return yet?
Yeah, I was part of the ring finders. I did the whole subscription thing for a year or whatever, and I did return 3 or 4 rings on that. Couple detecting on land, and then a couple underwater.
Okay. So, what would you consider one of your favorite metal detecting adventures, or bottle digging, or privy digging, any kind of treasure hunting? Do you have something, maybe something interesting or scary, or some crazy story that you might want to share?
Well, I don't know about any scary stories aside from like maybe getting a little too close to a bear and it kind of growling at me and me booking it.
What kind of bear?
Just a black bear. I mean, we have a ton of them around here, but
really?
I was walking in a field and I came up to the tree line and there was a little baby black bear, and he saw me turn around, ran in the woods, and all of a sudden I heard a very burly growl. Oh. And I moved my feet very quickly. Right. Nothing scary though, other than that. No instances where I've ever been threatened or anything like that. No paranormal anything. Just good stories, essentially, I guess. Like, we'll go out detecting at night. We'll throw our headlamps on and go through the woods and such. And like, pretty eerie.
Yeah, you get that eerie feeling something might be watching you or something.
It makes me want to sing the song. Cool. It's so bad. Too funny.
What song?
You feel like somebody's watching me. You know that song?
Oh, the Michael Jackson song.
Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, anytime that you think of, like you're out in the woods or anything like that, it could be bright, sunny day in some of these areas up here in the woods when you're getting into the old cellar home area. Like, you really can, like the hair on the back of my neck stands up, my machines start fritzing, and I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys on another day. Sorry.
Mark said you might be abducted by aliens or something.
Yeah. I mean,
I gotta tell you a story. That happened to me this week. This really doesn't involve treasure hunting, but we were just at my cousin's house, and it had been a long day of metal detecting when I got there, and had a short visit with some of my family, and they, for some reason, aliens came up, and I'm like, some people were talking about some weird stuff that, they saw in the sky and stuff. So we're leaving the backside of the property in the alley, and I just happened to look up, and there was this string of lights moving. And I stopped the car, and I said, Dad, look at that. Y'all see that? And my mom was in the car. And they're like, no. Mom's like, I don't see anything. What are you talking about? And I'm like, in the sky, look, it's moving. And this is what, anyway, so we jump out. I did get it on video. I've got it on video. And my dad saw it, and you can hear us talk about it and everything. And then all of a sudden it disappeared. But I'm pretty sure it's the Starlink.
Yeah, the Starlink train went over this weekend.
Yeah, yeah. So saw that, but anyway, Not that I thought I was going to be abducted by aliens or anything, but I just had to share that
I see so many people post about that.
Really? I didn't know what the heck I was seeing at first. It was quite interesting. But I did see something weird the other night walking back from my aunt's house at night by myself. I saw some bright light in the sky, and then it moved real fast. It stopped and then just disappeared. That was crazy. Anyway, enough about aliens. So next,
hey, I believe it.
Sasquatches and maybe watching you while you're detecting in the woods or something like that.
I mean, I've definitely had the eerie feeling like I'm around old abandoned places and detecting and it getting to be dusk and you just hear noises and you get creeped out.
Probably doesn't help the movies and stuff that we all watched growing up, right?
No.
Right,
no.
right.
And, my friends and I used to go hunting, and we used to go to abandoned psychiatric centers and such. We went to Greystone a whole bunch. That place was frightening. Yeah.
Did you ever
creepy stuff out there?
Anything paranormal?
Well, if I did, no one would believe me, but you've definitely seen and heard some weird things that are definitely beyond explanation. I mean, we used to go to a lot of these places. We chased it down a lot. There are better, for sure.
Well, that's
what about you guys?
The paranormal stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've experienced quite a bit, but we might have to save those, talk about some of that. Maybe Halloween coming up or something. That might be a perfect night. Maybe we can do like a paranormal treasure hunting type storytelling night that night. That would be fun to do around Halloween. What do y'all think?
Yeah,
any votes for that?
Oh, I always say yay to that. I do. Looking at the gypsies getting abducted by Elon Musk. No, we won't allow it. we won't allow it.
I didn't even see that. That's awesome.
I love it. We have some interesting topics here, Adam.
I see that.
We do. We get into all types because treasure for some might be, it's everybody has their own definition of treasure, and I know we get a lot of questions. There's been people, when you start finding old things, are there spirits associated with it? Are there this? Do you ever have stuff that happens in your home after you bring something in? Different stuff like that.
A finger still attached to a ring.
Right.
Have you dug any bodies? And you're like, no. It is one of the questions I know I ask. I ask now, permissions. Do you have a pet area that I'm in Maine.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a lot of personal.
Like if you dig in somebody's yard?
Yes.
Yeah, I always think every time I find a dog tag, I'm wondering if it's somebody's poor Fido.
Right.
It's sad.
Well, my recent video that I posted with Margie in Margie's yard, if y'all haven't watched that, it was really sad. I dug up a dog tag and showed it to her, and it was from one of her deceased dogs. So she got all teary-eyed on me when I showed it to her and dug it up. It was really sad, yeah, but I've always been in fear that I'm going to find, some sort of body attached to something, whether it be a pet or a person, because I did have a friend when I lived in Galveston that was detecting along the beach there up in close by the sand dunes, and dig down and there's a belt buckle, and guess what? It's attached to the body.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's my biggest
horrible.
fear. It really is my biggest fear that I'm going to find something like that. It's just, creeps me out. But I'm sure it's coming because with this new adventure that